residents around the community and around Jamaica have a beach problem. And they want to access the beach where they're returning residents with their friends and family.
But now it is getting to the point where the greed of this organization is disenfranchising the communities. We will not give you our beaches.
Even with this meeting, I am president for the group, and I was never informed until Mr. Abdulkarim last night and tell me about this meeting.
Until this matter is settled, the community will continue to use its beach. And as was the case in some other areas, we will not allow for under any circumstance, any fencing of this property to happen.
Welcome back to my channel, my viewers and subscribers. Now, imagine born on an island with lovely white sand. But with all that beauty, you're being denied the access to these beautiful beaches in your local area. One of this beach that has become a problem is Providence Beach, just located next door to Sandals, Montego Bay. The government is about to have, I think it's a public inquiry, because they're trying to hand this place over to Sandals, Montego Bay, and the locals are not happy, so they're doing what they can to try and regain or gain access to this lovely local beach. Now, if the government allows Sandals Montego Bay to take over this beach, then it's going to be a problem. They're planning to develop this beach and use it for the hotel, just for tourists. Yeah, they're claiming that they will be providing, I think it's 50 jobs for locals. Just 50 jobs. That's actually insulting. Locals are challenging it. They're trying to save it and get some kind of development so locals can benefit from it. After all, that's where they're living. They have no more beach. That is the one beach that they have. So if it can be set up in a way so they can, you can put businesses there like stalls, give opportunity for the locals to actually make something from it and enjoy it. You know, rather than just using it for hotel. Of course, the hotel industry will tell you that they're providing jobs. That's not enough, because now if locals want to go to the beach, they will have to get in a car and head all the way downtown Montego Bay. There are other beaches that are available, but you'll have to pay for entry, while they have a beach right in their front yard. Why all these beaches in Jamaica have to be owned by some rich guy? We have to do something about it. Sit back and just watch this video and give me your opinion.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Beautiful gem, you know. Put a seat there, build a seat for the people, you know. It have to start from somebody. Somebody have to start something, you know. And this is the beautiful beach again. I say, a place where I come from more than 3 decades, you know. This public beach here. And it's been like this since I'm coming here. And right now, the people of the community, who I mentioned before, just need to come out and start to utilize this space, because obviously it's not being utilized by the community. So Sanders feels so them have all right to get it. You understand me? Yeah. But at the end of the day, if you live somewhere and you see nobody now look at the adjoining property to it, you have to try clean it up as best as possible so you can use it, or you can come to the possibility of owning it one day, you know. So that's what Adam Bush started, you know, him and his family. That was Bush Stewart started it. Then now they done gone. Adam now still, you know, I tried keeping it in unhuman. That them are the, you know, them dump it up with sand, gravel, all kind of foolishness on a daily basis between them and the airport authority, you know. So if the people in the community come out and put a stoppage to this thing, I mean, I'm not sure if they don't want no recreational space or no if they, you know, relax, and if they want to go what you call it, dump up, and you dump up by next thing. We know that the government put out the whole of the money upon dump up. So they want to look, they want to hear about this right now. The government of Jamaica don't want to hear about this. All of the money already spent out upon dump up beach project, you know. This, them already allocate Sandals company this property, the government of Jamaica, between Charles Sinclair, Dr. Chang, them are the caretaker for the community. And them seem to be interested of trying to get this thing set up for the community. Them already allocated to Sanders Company, as I mentioned before, you know. That's right down there. So if the people in the community come out, it's not gonna be done. You know? This generation, they know nothing about this beach. They know nothing about the beach where they have, where Sanka they have, them beach where how much fish, where the fishermen them there, where we could have got roast fish on a daily basis, and how much boat was there. So I'm not sure what is happening, where the flanker fishermen them there. Cause I'm there, I'm one fishing, I know if we put a boat. So when flanker, where my community fishing beach, cause that is no fishing, no swimming, no beach. But as I said, it used to be a flanker beach where we used to go swim and roast fish and catch fish and buy fish. But I don't see them no more. The flanker, if you fishermen live at flanker, them go on a White House, put them few boat and have a beach, which is no beach. You know? And what about the fishermen them to come? Where we ever go? White House now no space for putting a boat. So we dream shut out, we don't buying a boat because White House now no for putting a boat. Yeah, so we don't know. We need, as I said, family and friends, come start use this beach, even once a day or something like that, please, so we can actually reclaim it, as we have a court date set for October the 6th, trying to fight for this space. And it's a few people that trying to come out to fight for this space. Like, it's a few people want to swim, and there's a few people know what is right from what is wrong. You know, but people, okay, see what go on and see how best we can go about this and all of that.
It was originally our beach. We were using all the beach. There was never a crowding issue at a beach. And now, through continued expansion, after expansion, we've always said what benefits Sandals benefits us. But now it is getting to the point where the greed of this organization is disenfranchising the communities. We will not give you our beaches. Look at it. Look at the size of Sandals Resort and the size on that map of what we have left. All that you see, continuing onwards, we had free access. I grew up accessing all the beach. Access. And with the development of that organization, we said, yay! And we cheered you on, we participated, we helped to build, and now look what we have left. Look, that little section, that is all we have left. And you are proposing to say, oh, guess what? I'll give you 50 jobs. 50 low-level skilled jobs, and you give us your beach, which we will never give you again. The only reason that they do not deny the gentlemen in the kayak is because they cannot rule the beach. And they try their best. They can't put their foot on the sand enough. They have to stay in that little canoe and sell their wares. It is at the point now where this relationship, it is no longer a symbiotic relationship. You are becoming a parasite.
This thing is going to affect the fishing industry, right? We tell them plain, I am not approving it. Anything Sandals want, Sandals get. That's the way it goes. Whether we say yes or no, If you say no, you won't get this deal. Even with this meeting, I am president for the group, and I was never informed until Mr. Abdul called me last night and tell me about this meeting. And a customer of mine called me and tell me about this meeting. And we have a fishing group in White House, but apparently they don't want us to come to the meeting because they don't want our voice to be heard. We always have a good relationship with Mr. Stewart from the beginning. We don't break down bad, because this don't make no sense. That is a form of disrespect.
Until this matter is settled, the community will continue to use its speech. And as was the case in some other areas, we will not allow for under any circumstance, any fencing of this property to happen. They're making it unequivocally clear, no, that we will not, because we know what our rights are, and we will not allow for any fencing of the property to take place. People are watching it around the clock, and if there are attempts to do that, we are going to remove it, because we know what will happen when it's fenced, or access will be restricted until this is resolved, and we know the time it will take to resolve this, and we know that concurrently, in other instances where these things are being resolved, other things are happening that will further distance us away from having access to our beach.
I'm not sure if this assessment that looks at, moss and seagrass, I know it's very, very relevant, but I'm wondering if there's another type of assessment that is necessary to help us to determine how families and community and family life are going to be impacted by this project. Now, NEPA might not be the relevant agency to take on that piece of the evaluation or the assessment, but maybe we need to be partnering wider to find out which other government entities need to be brought on board to help us really begin to understand what is the impact of having this project in our community. Not just how it's going to impact our coral and our climate change and our mangroves, but how is it going to impact families? How is it going to impact children? How is it going to impact the fishermen? How is it going to impact access to fish and shrimp and all the other pieces that does not seem to be adequately captured in this assessment?
Residents around the community and around Jamaica have a beach problem, and they want to access the beach where they're returning residents with their friends and family, neighboring community, and that's a problem. So we need to get the relevant authority that can answer the question that the community has to ask straightforward.
Intend, as per Sandals' track record of locking off sections of the coastline from the general public, if this is an exception to that or not.
Do we have a Sandals representative who is designated to speak this evening? I am not sure. This is really to look at the environmental impact assessment, and that is why Mr. Carroll is actually on stage with me. There's a young lady in the front with the microphone.